As we all know, Mario Kart 9 has recently been announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. This is exciting for a large number of reasons, and one of the most talked about aspects of the new game are the potential characters for the roster. But you know what's more interesting than new characters? The same characters, but in slightly different clothes. A lot of people have been talking about the possibility of characters getting alternate costumes in the next game. We already saw that a bit with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but that feature was expanded on a lot in Mario Kart Tour. In order to keep people playing, this game had a ton of different costumes for most of the roster. So today, I thought it'd be fun to rank all of the costumes in Mario Kart Tour from the worst to the best. Now, how exactly am I going to be ranking these? This will be purely aesthetic based. Yes, I am aware that costumes do actually have gameplay changes by letting you use different items. You can calm down, Tour fans. Costumes that look better or have really strong origins will rank higher on the list. I also want to make it clear that this isn't a prediction video, but obviously the higher up on the list, the more I'd like to see the costume in Mario Kart 9. Now, the other thing to address is what counts as a costume, because as far as I'm aware, there's not a clear distinction made in the game. For the sake of this video, if it's a character that's wearing a different costume than their normal appearance, it counts. Even though Cat Peach is separate from normal Peach in Mario Kart 8, I'm still going to include all the other cat suits in this video just to play it safe. I mean, you'd be devastated if I didn't rank Cat Toad. Although I'm not going to include Cat Peach, Nuki Mario, etc. who are in 8 just because they have been established as their own character, no matter how stupid they may be. Finally, I decided to not include Mii costumes in this video just because I feel like they need a separate criteria. Oh, and because without them there's still 149 costumes. Yeah, safe to say we aren't going to spend a long time on each individual costume because that is a lot. Even if you don't care for my rankings though, hopefully this acts as a fun showcase for every single costume in the game. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right in. Alright, Rosalina fans, I've come to strike a deal. As we all know, I'm not a Rosalina fan, but I'm willing to not put her costumes at the bottom of the list on one condition. You let me hate this mistake. 149, Baby Rosalina Detective. Baby Rosalina is the worst addition to any Mario Kart roster. Pink Gold Peach is at least funny, Honey Queen is at least an actual character. Baby Rosalina is the 5th baby character and they just completely made her up. Heck, even most Rosalina fans seem to hate her because her existence goes against the character's pre-established backstory. So the fact that she got a costume is just annoying. I want to be clear, there are several characters in Tour that did not get a single costume at all, so why on earth did she get one? It's not even based on anything. Why would Baby Rosalina be a detective? She's stupid. This is the only costume in the video that I would actively not want in Mario Kart 9 because I don't want her in Mario Kart 9. And if she is going to be there, they could at least use the time to make a costume for someone else instead. I doubt that I'll get much pushback on this placement. I think this costume sucks. Okay, now before we break into the real list, I need to cover Birdo, Yoshi, and Shy Guy. All three of these guys got simple recolors, which are all present in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. While I do like how a lot of these look, just being simple color swaps compared to most of the others being completely new models did make me feel obligated to put all of these low. They're certainly not bad costumes though, we're just pretty used to them by now. Luckily, these actually make up a good chunk of the list, so we can rapid fire through them quite fast. Numbers 148 through 141 are all the Birdo recolors. Of the three characters, she's definitely the least iconic and least known for changing colors. She has changed colors before, but it hasn't been seen in ages. As for the order from worst to best, I'd go green, orange, yellow, blue, light blue, red, white, and black. For numbers 140 through 133, we have our Yoshi skins. Obviously, he's seen with different colors all the time, so it makes sense for him to have these. His order goes orange, pink, white, light blue, yellow, blue, red, and black. Obviously, the Mario World colors had to place high, but nothing can beat Black Yoshi. Sakurai, bring him back. And finally, 132 through 125 are the Shy Guy colors. I like him the best of the three characters because Shy Guy is awesome. The order here goes pink, orange, blue, green, yellow, light blue, white, and black. Now we aren't done with the recolor characters just yet, as we also have 124 Luigi Classic and 123 Mario Classic. This takes the brothers' original color schemes from the arcade game Mario Bros, which are actually a bit different from what they have today. Keyword being a bit. These changes are just so small that I think people can live without these costumes. Even in Mario Odyssey, I didn't like this outfit much. At least the reference is pretty solid. Another big set of recolors come from the Toad Pit crew, taking up numbers 122 through 116. These guys are seen all over Mario Kart 8, so honestly as a costume, I think it's a cute idea. But I do think there being so many recolors is a bit weird. I mean, spoilers, there's no normal Toad colors in Tour, just Toad Pit crew colors. That is really bizarre to me because Toad is probably the most known character to change colors in the entire franchise. Like, Blue Toad's the GOAT, he should absolutely be playable. Well, okay, Yellow Toad sucks. But still, very bizarre that they gave Toad Pit Crew the colors instead. As for the order of these guys, we got light blue, yellow, pink, purple, green, red, and the default. Obviously, default had to take it since it's the face of the costume. 115, Gold Mario. And here we have our final costume that's in 8 Deluxe. Honestly, I like Gold Mario quite a bit, but I just had no clue where to place him. I was kind of unsure whether to include him at all, but what the heck. If he wasn't in dates, I'd probably place him around like 25th place, but since we're kind of used to him by now, he can just go here. But I do think this is a cute reference to the gold flower from New Super Mario Bros. 2. Okay, but now we are pretty much out of the recolors. To kick off our actually new costumes, we got 114 Baby Peach Cherub. Yeah, if I haven't made it clear, I don't like the babies that much. This is another one based on nothing, and it's just not that interesting to me. At least her trick animations are kinda cute with her flying around. 113 Yoshi Egg Hunt. We went through all of his color changes, but Yoshi of course did get a few actual costumes too. This just puts him inside of an Easter egg, which isn't the worst Easter themed idea since Yoshi is known for hatching out of eggs, but I just don't think it looks that great. And I still don't think it looks great on 112 Yoshi Gold Egg. Be prepared for a lot of gold costumes in this video. Kind of a weird choice to make this one gold, but I guess golden eggs are another Easter thing, so sure, whatever I guess. 111 Baby Mario Koala. Thankfully, this is our final baby costume that we have to worry about. This came out with the release of Sydney Sprint, so I guess a koala costume makes sense, but I really can't bring myself to care. Looks a bit better than the eggshells though, so I'll give it that. Alright, now we can start getting into some of the Rosalinas. 110 Rosalina Volendam. Like our last costume, this came with the introduction of a new track being Amsterdam Drift. Compared to the other costumes, I just don't like how this one looks that much, especially with the hat. Although the dumbest part is definitely her trick animation with the watering can. I don't know, the way she rotates looks really weird to me. The flower animation is much better though. 109 Tanuki Rosalina and 108 Cat Rosalina. These two are based on power-ups that are already represented in Mario Kart 8 through Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach. It feels really unnecessary for Rosalina to have them both too, even if she was in 3D World. Cat Rosalina is higher because at least it has a unique black color, whereas her Tanuki suit is just the same as Mario. 107 Penguin Toadette. Just to break up the Rosalinas a little, we got this costume obviously based on the penguin suit that Toadette can wear in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Spoilers for the rest of the list, there are 3 other penguin suit characters. Toadette I think not only looks the worst, but is also the least tied to the power-up since the other 3 were also in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the game that introduced the power-up. I don't think this is a bad costume technically, and the origin is nice, I just don't think many people are begging for Penguin Toadette. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. 106, Rosalina Chef. Back for a bit more cringe, this time she's just in a chef outfit. Like our last one with Toadette, there are 3 other characters with chef outfits, and I just feel like it makes the least sense of Rosalina. Do not let her cook. 105, Toadette Astronaut. This is meant to go with the Toad Astronaut costume, which like the Toad Pit Crew is shown often on the Mario Kart 8 menus. Thing is, I don't think Toadette is ever shown in the spacesuit. Just makes us feel like a bit of a wasted slot in my opinion. 104, Rosalina Swimwear. Quite a few other characters got swimwear, but at least they all look unique, so I don't mind too much. While the outfit itself is original to tour as far as I can tell, the design is at least a reference to Mario Galaxy as it features several Grand Stars on it. 103, Yoshi Reindeer. Here's the first of our many Christmas costumes, and while I do like that Yoshi didn't just become Santa like the others, this one does feel a bit weak. Like sure he's got some antlers, a collar, and a red nose, but that visually looks a lot less impressive than most of the others. They should have made his nose flash red to the other racers. 102, Daisy Fairy. I don't know what it is about this, I just don't like how it looks that much. It's not based on anything besides flowers, which is a clever reference to her name also being a flower. But yeah, definitely the weakest Daisy costume. 101, Toadette Sailor. This just feels like a really random choice. It doesn't look bad on Toadette, just not something I'd ever pick, especially with another sailor outfit coming later. 100, Penguin Toad. This is low because it just looks worse than the other 2 penguin suits later. It does get to be above Toadette since Yellow Toad was in Wii, but also this is Yellow Toad. 99 Cat Luigi and 98 Cat Toad. Here we got 2 more of our catsuit characters, and like I said with Rosa, we already have Cat Peach, so I feel like these are unnecessary. Of the 2, I like Toad's better because this is one of the costumes where we get to play as Blue Toad, who we can't play as normally. 97 King Boo Gold. While I generally like the gold recolors, this guy gets to be significantly lower than most of the others because this is based on the ugly King Boo design. I have always despised this compared to the Luigi's Mansion design, so I can't bring myself to like this one. 96, Mario Satellaview. Here we have another costume that was in Mario Odyssey, but before that it was used as an advertisement for the Satellaview. This was a weird peripheral for the Super Famicom, and as far as I'm aware was a general flop. Much like this costume, I do really appreciate this reference and I think it's cool, but the outfit itself I've never been a fan of personally. 95, Daisy Tie Dress. This was of course added alongside the addition of Bangkok Rush. Outfit itself is really nothing special, but it's also not bad. Best thing about it is 100% the trick animations. All of these are really unique and look great. 94, Rosalina Aurora. The dress here is obviously meant to be based on the Aurora Borealis. The colors on this is certainly very pretty and fit Rosalina well, I'm just not a fan of Rosalina. I'm sure this placement and the last few for her are gonna get a bit of hate. 93, Rosalina Halloween. I'm a pretty big fan of most of the characters' Halloween costumes that they got, and for a Rosalina costume, this is fairly good. I like Urple, what can I say? 92, Fire Rosalina. And here we have the final Rosalina costume of the video. The reason this is my favorite is because it has a solid origin, being her design after collecting the Fire Flower in 3D World. Now you may think that I would place this around her other power-up outfits, but somehow this is the only fire flower design in Mario Kart Tour. Not even Mario gets his fire flower colors. Cut from Smash and Mario Kart, Fire Mario can't stop losing. But I guess it's nice the Power-Up got represented somehow, even if she really shouldn't be the character to do it. 91 Luigi Chef. Here we have the second chef outfit, and while I do think there are still 2 more later that are better, I can at least appreciate the unique approach taken here. The others all have really tall hats, so it feels a lot more unique that this is short in comparison. I do like that he also has a tray in one of his trick animations, though him walking on the air feels a bit cursed. 90 Luigi Lederhosen. He released alongside Berlin Byways, and I think Luigi pulls off the look fairly well. Best part though is definitely the trick animations, as they're all fantastic. I especially find the one where he just claps very funny. 89 Daisy Swimwear. Here's our second swimwear outfit, and I think Daisy's looks a bit better than Rosalina's did. Like the fairy outfit, this also has a flower theme, but I think it works a lot better here. We're definitely starting to get into the outfits now that are just pretty solid without much to criticize. 88 Toad Astronaut. I mentioned Toadette's version of this a bit ago, but Toad's version is much better because it's actually a concrete reference to Mario Kart 8's online menu. Not really a super special look, I just think the reference is neat. 87 Peach Kimono, 86 Mario Hakama, and 85 Daisy Yukata. All 3 of these outfits are Japanese cultural outfits, and I think they all look pretty good. Both Peach and Mario got added alongside Tokyo Blur, so that makes sense. Unlike some of the other culture-based outfits though, these actually have some origins. Peach is a bit looser, but she has been seen in a pink kimono before for the Kyoto Cross Media Experience 2009. Mario's outfit comes straight from Mario Odyssey, and before Odyssey it was also featured in the 2016 Club Nintendo calendar. And Daisy doesn't have an origin, but I have a really good reason for why hers is the best of the 3. 84 Mario Santa, 83 Daisy Holiday Cheer, and 82 Bowser Santa. Here we have the remainder of our Christmas costumes. I get a very similar jolly vibe from all of them, so I think they belong right next to each other. As for the order, Santa Mario is my least favorite because of the eyebrows. This costume is taken from Mario Odyssey 2, and I had the same problem there, they just look a bit weird. Daisy's outfit is just solid with no issues, so that leaves us with Bowser as the best for a few reasons. I like that he has Christmas lights on his shell, and this trick animation is fantastic. 81 Waluigi Bus Driver. This was added alongside London Loop. Bit of a weird costume choice, but honestly, Waluigi pulls it off, so I can't even complain. 80 Lakitu Party Time. This is Lakitu's only costume in the game, and I think it's pretty decent. I like that this is actually the green shelled Lakitu, which is the one seen all over the Mario series, but as a playable racer, he's always had a red shell. My favorite part about this costume though, despite the fact that it's for a unique character, is the scarf they gave the Cloud in the render. The Cloud doesn't show up at all in gameplay, so they really didn't need to do that, but I think it's cute. 79 Larry Wintertime. Time for my dad's favorite character. Larry is surprisingly the only Koopaling to get any alternate costumes, which I think is pretty interesting. Larry is generally seen as the most generic Koopaling of the bunch, so I think it's cool that they gave him something to make him stand out. Now as a costume, this isn't the most exciting thing, but I do really like the addition of snowflakes in his hair. 78 Toad Party Time. While I don't think this is directly based on anything, this reminds me a lot of how Toad wears a bow tie in the Mario Party series. Plus his jacket looks pretty similar to Mario's in the top 100 as well. I think Toad absolutely pulls this look off. Plus I like the trick animation where he holds up a Mario mustache. 77 Pink Shy Guy Ninja, 76 Shy Guy Ninja, 75 Yellow Shy Guy Explorer, and 74 Light Blue Shy Guy Explorer. All 4 of these are Shy Guys taken from a few different tracks. The ninjas come from Ninja Hideaway, who could have guessed, and the explorers come from Sunset Wilds. Like I said before, I think Shy Guy is pretty cool, so the fact that he got a few more variants that weren't just colors is neat. Still not extremely exciting costumes, but I know my brother would certainly like playing as them. 73 Daisy Farmer. She came out alongside Amsterdam Drift, just like the Rosalina costume we saw earlier. I think Daisy pulls off this farmer look far better though, plus you gotta love overalls in the Mario franchise. I also like her trick animation where she can go upside down. 72 Daisy Sailor. Here we have my favorite Daisy outfit. I think the orange and white color scheme looks really good, and I think she pulls off the sailor look far better than Toadette from before. There's really not much else to say on this beside it just being the one I think Daisy looks the best in. 71 Peach Halloween. Here we have another Halloween costume, and I definitely foresee people hating me for putting this witch outfit above Rosalina's witch outfit. Sorry guys, Peach is better. While I do think her main colors could have been changed a bit more, when you're sitting in the cart you can't really see her dress anyway, so I think this does its job. Also, I find the fact that her crown is on the hat really funny. 70 Toad Tourist. Wait, Tour, that's like the game! Not the craziest costume in the world, but I honestly kinda like it. The hat being so small on Toad's bulbous head is funny, and I like the backpack having a big 64 on it. Best part though are definitely the trick animations, especially the one where he takes a picture of you. Let's see how it turned out. Oh, good God, you are ugly. 69 Luigi Painter. This is based on an outfit Mario wears in Super Mario Odyssey, which was in turn a reference to Mario Artist. Mario doesn't get the painter outfit in Tour, but I think that's fair since Mario does get a lot of costumes. Plus, Luigi pulls off the look pretty well, I think. And also, he does this sick trick for no reason. 68 Peach Happy. This is another Odyssey outfit given to a different character. This time, though, Mario does actually have the Happy outfit here in Tour, but I do think Peach pulls off the look enough for me to still put it above Luigi Painter. 67 Luigi Knight. And now it's time for the second outfit that Luigi stole from Mario being the knight uniform in Mario Odyssey. I find this to be a bit better than the last few purely because the render is really funny to me. Why is he stanced up like that? 66 Luigi Knight Gold. Here we have our second gold form of an alternate costume beside Yoshi Egg Hunt from earlier. Kind of a weird choice to do that for this outfit, but hey, I like it better than the default because I love gold. Woo, gold, yippee! 65 Wario Hiker. Okay, before we get into the costume itself, how has Wario not gotten his biker outfit from the WarioWare series as an alternate costume? I mean, it's a perfect fit, especially with it being used in Smash Bros. Too. Oh wait, you think this was a typo? Well, beside the weird choice, I do like how it looks. I love the oversized backpack here, and his trick animations are great as well. 64 Donkey Kong Gladiator. He was added alongside Romavanti, and this is surprisingly the only costume Donkey Kong got. It's not based on anything, but I do think it looks pretty funny. Plus, I love that he gets a sword and shield in his trick animations. 63 Pauline Party Time. Before we get into this one, Pauline is another character I have to criticize like Wario for missing out on the most obvious outfit swaps of all time. How does she not have a costume based on her hat and dress from the New Donk City Festival? Like, that's the most obvious costume ever and how most people know Pauline now. On top of that, they can even throw on her suit that she wears while she's just in the city. Well, beside those weird exclusions, this party time dress does look pretty nice. I love how the top part looks like a disco ball and the stuff in her hair adds some nice detail for the person playing as her. 62 Pauline Rose. I think this one is just a bit better than party time because I like the addition of roses in her trick animation and the hat is cool. 61 Luigi Golf. Now some of you may think this is another outfit Luigi stole, but actually Luigi himself has worn this outfit before. Just like Mario in NES Open Tournament Golf, Luigi also got a striped color scheme. That's a pretty strong reference for a costume, and I think it's a pretty good look on him. Unfortunately, it's not quite as iconic as Mario, so this one is going to be placing a decent bit lower. 60 Cat Mario. This is a bit higher than a few of the other cat costumes we mentioned before because, and I know this is kind of stupid, Mario. Obviously, his catsuit is the most iconic of all the characters. Still, since Cat Peach has it covered, this isn't one I'm too interested in. 59 Kitsune Luigi. Okay, this one may seem extremely high, especially since, like I said, we already have Tanuki Mario. Well, I can at least appreciate Luigi's much more than Rosalina since he completely changes animal, which is a trait carried over from Mario 3D Land. Still not the most exciting costume, but I've always liked the idea of Kitsune Luigi. 58 Bowser Jr. Pirate. Here we have the only outfit given to Bowser Jr. This was added alongside the remake of Airship Fortress. I'm not gonna do it, I'll hold back, I swear. The hat and eye patch here are taken from Super Mario Odyssey, though again, it's not something Bowser Jr. has ever seen wearing himself. I think it fits him pretty well though, especially since Bowser Jr. is often found on airships. 57 Yoshi Kangaroo. This guy came out in Sydney Tour just like Koala Baby Mario from earlier. Unlike that one though, I just really like the look of this. I appreciate that they went with the yellow Yoshi instead of just a green one. The hat, bandana, and boxing gloves all look great. Overall, just a really big fan of this, even if it doesn't have an origin. 56 Wiggler Gold, 55 Charge and Chuck Gold, 54 Petey Piranha Gold, 53 Dry Bowser Gold, 52 Shy Guy Gold, and 51 King Babam Gold. And here we have a majority of our remaining gold characters. Yes, these are pretty much just recolors of their original designs, however, being gold just looks really cool. I guess you could say they really struck gold with these costumes. I also appreciate how weird they got with the selection here. Like, this isn't the primary Mario cast. They got some oddballs like Wiggler and Charge and Chuck. These gold costumes are also the only costumes any of these characters got besides Shy Guy, of course. As for their order here, I pretty much just went with the characters I like the best. King Babam is the GOAT, so he had to be the best, at least of this gold selection. 50 Luigi Vacation. He was added alongside Singapore Speedway, and I think his chill vibe is just perfect for that course. I'm always a fan of costumes that give characters shades, and his green shirt with super mushrooms also looks nice too. I also think it's cool how in some of his trick animations you can even see his luggage appear. 49 Pauline Cowgirl. I definitely think this is my favorite of the Pauline outfits. Maybe this is a bit higher than it should be, but Mario Odyssey bias, sorry. This is the only one of her costumes to not be a dress, making it the most unique, and I think she just pulls it off. Plus her hat here is the closest I'm gonna get to the Odyssey hat. 48 Shy Guy Pastry Chef. Here we have our third chef costume and runner-up for my favorite. He was added alongside Paris Promenade, and I just think this is a fantastic look. A white Shy Guy in a chef uniform just works for me, and that makes this my favorite of the Shy Guy costumes. 47 Mario Halloween. I think this is a great idea for a Halloween costume, not only having Mario be a spooky vampire, but also chucking a pumpkin on his head. I think when you use this costume, you should get the pumpkin effect from Minecraft. That'd be really good game design. On top of the great design, he also got really solid trick animations. I hope to see this in the next Mario Kart game, back and better than ever. 46 Waluigi Vampire. I absolutely love how this one looks. Of all the characters on the Mario cast, he definitely would work the best as a vampire. Even his trick animations look great here. This is absolutely my favorite original Halloween costume in the game. In fact, it's pretty much my favorite original original costume period, as from here on, every single entry except for one has an actual origin in the Mario series, which gave them each a huge boost in the list. To kick off our costumes with origin streak, we've got 9 costumes that Mario can wear in Super Mario Odyssey. There are more Odyssey outfits after this, but these are some of the smaller and less important costumes from that game. With Odyssey being my favorite game ever though, yeah, these were gonna do well. 45, Mario Baseball. I know this is accurate to actual helmets, but I've never loved the fact that it's lopsided, even in Odyssey. I do appreciate the detail of Mario's number being 64 though. 44, Mario Samurai. This is the main costume from Bowser's Kingdom, and while I do like it, it's not my absolute favorite due to just how big it is. Also, fun fact, in that Miyamoto gif where he's giving the thumbs up, he's actually wearing a shirt with Samurai Mario on it, and this was before Odyssey was even revealed. 43, Mario Happy. Not sure why, but I quite enjoy the happy colors on Mario. Plus the trick animations are pretty well done here. 42, Mario Black Suit, and 41, Mario Musician. Obviously both of these are based on the citizens of New Donk City. Mario looks pretty fancy in both of these, especially the red suit of the musician. I do think it's a bit unnecessary to have both, but I do like how they each look. 40, Mario Racing. While I did rank this somewhat low in my Mario Odyssey costume ranking, I did give it a bit of a boost here because, well, this is a racing game, it fits a lot better. Still not my absolute favorite though. 39, Mario Chef. And here we finally have our winner for the chef uniform. Of course, Mario had to win because he's not only in a chef uniform in Odyssey's Luncheon Kingdom, but this is also taken from his appearance in Yoshi's Cookie. Also, this trick animation with the frying pan just looks so stupid that I love it. 38, Mario King. This is the outfit that gets rewarded to the player after beating the dark side, and that makes this a pretty iconic look. I love how giant the crown looks on Mario's head, and I've always enjoyed this costume a good amount. 37, Mario Swimwear. To end off this Odyssey costume streak, we have the one that I think is the most interesting. Love that Mario not only has a snorkel and flippers, but an oversized floaty as well. The way he swims in his trick animations is also great. Before we move on though, I do have to tragically inform you all that no, the boxer shorts are not a costume in Mario Kart Tour. What's even the point of going on? 36, Peach Explorer. Here we have one of Peach's outfits from Mario Odyssey. She also got quite a few different designs based on each of the kingdoms, and actually most of them made it into Mario Kart Tour. This is definitely my least favorite of the bunch. She used this costume in the Cascade, Wooded, and Lost Kingdom, and I just think the other outfits look better on her. I am really sad to see that Mario didn't get his Explorer outfit in Tour though. He looks really good in it. 35, Builder Toad, 34, Builder Luigi, and 33, Builder Toadette. Obviously, all 3 of these outfits are taken from Super Mario Maker 2. Not only were they shown to have these outfits in renders, but this was also a new power-up in the 3D World game style. I've always liked the Builder outfits, maybe because I'm a bit of a Mario Maker fan, but regardless, I think they're cool. I decided to place this trio lower than Mario though, since he's obviously the face of the Mario Maker series. As for their order, I put Toadette on top because Builder Toadette was funny in the Mario Maker 2 story mode. 32, White Tanuki Mario. Okay, I know this one is a massive sneak, but I don't care. This color scheme is taken from the Invincibility Leaf power-up from 3D Land, and I've always liked the look. Sure, it is an extremely cheaty power-up, but I don't know, I think it looks cool. I love the white and gold color scheme. 31, Mario Aviator. Here we have another Odyssey outfit, this time being the one from the Lost Kingdom. It's also believed that it's inspired by what he wears in Mario Land when flying the plane. I put this a few entries above some of the other Odyssey outfits because I just think this looks good. The brown color scheme is great, and like the racing outfit, it kind of fits here since Mario can glide in his cart. Still not the best Odyssey outfit, of course, but I think it's a pretty good one. 30, Wario Cowboy. Believe it or not, this actually has an origin, as Wario, along with the other playable characters, dressed as a cowboy in Mario Party 2 when playing on the board Western Land. Now yes, the outfits do look quite different, but that's because Mario Party 2 is obviously a much older game than Tour. Visually, I think the cowboy aesthetic with the colors and hat fits Wario phenomenally, so I really have no reason to not put this as my favorite Wario costume, although he really should have the biker. 29, Mario Golf. We saw Luigi's rendition of this much earlier in the list, but Mario's of course had a place higher because it's way more iconic. As the name implies, it's also from NES Open Tournament Golf, but most people probably know it from the Smash series, as Smash 4 and Ultimate have it as an alternate costume. Plus this was also seen in Mario Odyssey as well. So this is definitely one of the most iconic Mario outfits, so I'm happy it's here. Everyone's a fan of America Mario. 28, Toadette Explorer. This is taken from her design in Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Obviously, Captain Toad is the face of that game, so we'll be seeing him a lot later, but Toadette looks great in the outfit as well. It's certainly her most iconic alternate look, not including you. So that's why it's easily my favorite Toadette costume. 27, Penguin Luigi, and 26, Penguin Mario. Here we have our final 2 penguin suits after seeing the first 2 all the way near the start of the video. I just think the plumber's designs in the penguin suits work a lot better. Now, I would normally put Mario's much higher up, what can I say, I'm biased, but I would honestly be fine if Luigi is the only one repping the penguin suit in the next game. Mario's got the Tanuki suit, Peach got the cat suit, so Luigi getting the penguin seems fair. Though for the sake of this list, I do still prefer Mario's penguin design. 25, Ice Mario. Okay, here we have another pretty big sneak because it is just a recolor. However, I really like this color scheme. It comes from Super Mario Galaxy when Mario collects the Ice Flower. Now if you're familiar with the power-up from the new Soup games, he gets a much different appearance there, but despite that, I think this looks great too. I would really like to see how this outfit looks in an HD game. 24, Meowser. Here we have finally reached our last cat character. Unlike the other cat suits, this design is really different with the cat cat ears and paws actually being added to Bowser rather than just being a suit. Plus I just like Meowser's color scheme as well. 23 Blue Koopa free running, 22 Koopa free running, 21 Purple Koopa free running, 20 Red Koopa free running, and 19 Gold Koopa free running. All 5 of these guys are taken from Super Mario Odyssey. Each main kingdom had 2 Koopa free running moons where you had to race a bunch of Koopas to a goal. These moons are almost always some of the best in the game, so I'm happy these guys got represented here. Plus this is a way to get different color Koopas in the game, which for some reason still don't exist as Mario Kart costumes. I don't know why they hate you too. As for the order, I just went with the colors I like best. Obviously Gold had to win being the best free runner in Odyssey. 18 Dr. Bowser, 17 Dr. Peach, and 16 Dr. Luigi. Here we got ourselves a Dr. Trio, which all come from the Dr. Mario series. Obviously the main man himself is going to be a bit later, but this is a huge spin-off series, so having it represented in Mario Kart as costume seems fair to me. Though these choices are kinda whack. Where's Dr. Dolphin? As for their order, they're all pretty much tied, but I put Luigi as the best since there is actually a full Dr. Luigi game. Let's go ahead and get the rest of Peach's Odyssey costumes out of the way. 15 Peach Wintertime. She wore this outfit in Cap, Snow, and Moon Kingdom. I think the black color scheme suits her very well, and I like how it contrasts against her normal pink design. 14 Peach Vacation. This is sort of the miscellaneous outfit she used in Odyssey, as she wore it in Sand, Cloud, Metro, and Ruin Kingdom. Like I said before, I like the more casual outfits for the characters, and I think this one works great for Peach. I also think of her Odyssey costumes as one of the most memorable as it's used in the most kingdoms. 13 Peach Yukata. This is the outfit she wore in Bowser's Kingdom. First off, it's really cool Bowser's Kingdom got its own— wait, I said cool Bowser. I think it's really cool that they went out of their way to make a unique outfit for just one kingdom, which has always made me like this one a bit more than the rest. In Mario Kart Tour though, this outfit is actually changed up a bit. In Odyssey she has fire flowers on her outfit, but in Tour she has hearts. Personally I prefer the fire flowers, but I'm fine with the Tour version too. And also they both have a boo! 12 Peach Wedding. Of course this one had to be the best of her outfits. This is what she's seen wearing throughout the main story, being the Luck Lady dress from Lake Kingdom. Not only is it the most iconic of the bunch, but I think she just looks pretty great in it too. I've always been a fan of the Odyssey wedding designs, and I think it's a huge shame Bowser didn't get his as a costume in Tour. Maybe next time. 11 Mario Sunshine. No, sadly this is not Super Gangster Mario. But this is still a really good look. Obviously, as the name implies, this comes straight from Mario Sunshine and was also a costume in Odyssey. Of the vacation sort of costumes, this is easily the best. The blue shirt with the shine sprites looks great, and how can you not love the sunglasses? This is one of my favorites to use in Odyssey, so I think it's more than fair to place it up here. 10 Mario Tuxedo. Here we have Mario's main new outfit from Super Mario Odyssey. This is received right before the final Bowser fight, and I just think Mario looks great in it. I think they nailed the design with the white suit, top hat, and red bow tie. It's a costume I'm always happy to see, whether it be in Amiibo, Smash Bros, or even in Mario Kart. But there is one other Mario Smash ult that I think is just a bit better, being 9 Builder Mario. This of course comes from the Mario Maker series as I mentioned, and I love the red and yellow color scheme. While yes, I do like Odyssey as a game more, as a costume, I can't deny that Builder Mario is peak. Plus Builder was in Odyssey too, so either way, this game can't stop winning. 8 Ice Bro, 7 Boomerang Bro, and 6 Fire Bro. All 3 of these guys are variants of the Hammer Bro seen in a lot of the mainline series. The Hammer Bro is a character that's surprisingly not in Mario Kart 8, but he is at least in Tour. I'd be more than happy to see him as a new addition to Mario Kart 9, and having the other bros come with him would be a great choice. Sledge Bro you get to watch. Being such iconic enemies, I think these guys absolutely deserve to place this high up on the list. As for their order, I just went with the ones I like the best, which also happens to line up with how iconic I think each of them are. 5 Gold Dry Bones. Okay, biggest sneak of the video I know, but I had to. Dry Bones is my favorite Mario character, and pretty much the only character I play in Mario Kart if he's an option. Realistically, of all the costumes in this video, this is probably the only one I'd actually end up using if they were all added in the next game. So from that perspective, this is actually a bit of a low placement since he should be number 1. But yes, just a gold recolor probably shouldn't win, fine. And yes, this is the only costume in the top 40 or so to not have a direct origin, I just like it. Dry Bones for Smash. 4 Captain Toad. By this point, he's one of the most iconic characters in the Mario series. He's appeared in Mario Galaxy, 3D World, and Odyssey, all pretty prominently too. Of course, he's also got his own game with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, so honestly, I'm kinda surprised he isn't an 8 already. I've always liked the Captain Toad design, so I'd be more than happy to see him make it to Mario Kart 9. For being such an iconic choice, he had to place well. 3 Dr. Mario. Of course, this one had to place highly, as this is one of Mario's most famous alternate forms. Obviously, he stems from the Dr. Mario series, but this outfit also appeared in Odyssey, and most iconically, Dr. Mario is a character in the Smash series. Though he's not a costume, so maybe he shouldn't be allowed on this list. Aside from being famous, Dr. Mario also just looks great too. I think you could really just put Mario in anything and he'd look great. Okay, well not that. But I'm always a big fan of white colored costumes, so I was destined to be a fan of this. And I of course like Doc and Smash, so that had a huge influence on this. 2 King Boo Luigi's Mansion. They actually did it. They added the good King Boo design. I think pretty much everyone prefers the look of Luigi's Mansion King Boo over the one we have in 8 Deluxe. I mean, he just looks so much more sinister, and I love the unique crown and slight purple tinge to him. I know this costume is absolutely the one my brother wants the most because he hates this thing. I'm happy they did realize their mistake enough to add him in Tour, but they really should make sure they add him in Mario Kart 9 design too. But that's not quite my favorite costume. Not really sure if this next one should count, but I don't care. 1. Mario SNES. I am always a fan of the So Retro costumes in any game. Mario Odyssey's 64 and Pixel Mario outfits are two of my favorites. This right here might just be one of the best retro costumes in anything, placing Mario's sprite from Super Mario Kart into the cart. This looks fantastic, and it even looks natural from any camera angle. This was such a creative choice for a costume, and with how much effort went into it, I can't help but put this as my favorite. Even with my bias towards Mario himself, I think we can all agree that this is one of the coolest outfits in the game. And no, Donkey Kong Jr. doesn't count for this list because that's not a costume, shut up. But for being one of the most well done and creative costumes, I think SNES Mario can easily take first place as my favorite costume in Mario Kart Tour. But anyways, that's it for this video. Are you a big fan of Green Toad Pit Crew and hate me for not placing him high up? Let me know in the comments. Sorry for missing an upload last week, I had to catch up on a lot of schoolwork, but I should hopefully be good for the rest of the semester now since I'm fairly ahead. I did get sick while writing this video though, so hopefully I can still get this out on time. Happy that this extra week was able to give me some time to do a longer video though, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Before I go, I've got to make sure to thank my members, being Maidzo2, Nuclear, Shrugface Uwu, The Chicken Man, Milanessa DeZoro, Kid Trunks 15, Caddy Shroom, Ryan, Miss Jade Salot, Draco Star, Enchanted Skull, Yanni the Duck, SMA, B Major 2003, Arson the Raboot, Sir Musty, Valandor, Puggles Are Fun, Trader Mo, Diluted Colors, Cinder CC, Jade Avery, Pruncel Clone, Thicky Reiki, SJ100, Ungenio TM, CW McCain, Tibby, JuTube Z, Tesseract, Mr. McMahon 5702, Hippopotamus, Jameson Pageson, Wilbur, Golden Sand 15, Z Frost, Stuffy Ant, Justex, Conconut, Keep, and Christian Flattery Sequel Edition. But anyways, dry bones for Smash, and I'll see you guys next time.